anything and everything combined of all the time, begin to rip the thoughts right out the sky.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the C3 podcast, where we're having already technical difficulties, right where we left off on the last one. C3 podcast 2022, where we do not give any financial, health, social, none of that kind of advice. I'm here with Scotty Balls Leather.
This is Berto.
That's me.
Berto.
That's me. Fresh off the boat. We haven't done one in a while. We're not going to do one next week either, right? Yeah, July 4th. Yep. So we're skipping another week. Sorry this one took so long, but it's probably going to be a crypto-heavy episode because a lot's happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Dude, it's kind of it's good and bad though. Like I love it. Like I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like a lot of people are panicking and like the paper hand motherfuckers are panicking like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got years to make some money, kids.
Yep. This is gonna be a good thing for people like us. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing your research and you're dollar cost averaging into the market, this is where this is the kind of like historically best way to do it is like dollar cost average in.
That's it.
And because you're like kind of offsetting the volatility instead of just dumping a shit ton of money in or whatever you have, like just take
like we did.
Like my dumb ass did. Yes, exactly.
Like we did, because we found out at the height of a bull run. You know what I'm saying? Like we got into it.
Yes. And I actually went back and looked at all my positions and like where I was at.
You didn't do that bad, right?
Dude, I'm not at the top of the market on anything.
Exactly.
I'm on the higher side of it, but I'm not at the top. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that, because if I was like, I couldn't imagine being in Bitcoin at $69,000. Imagine that.
Oh
you're feeling like even with that, I feel like you're still not. I think you're still not in a bad spot.
Exactly,
because
man.
All-time highs just keep getting broken. So
USTC is up 320%. You got your crypto bubbles. I don't even know what USTC is. Isn't that one of the?
Look it up.
All right, let me go in here. Terra Classic.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, they gave me some of that.
It's up 300%. Yeah, it's at 3 cents.
Oh. I'm back.
But if you look at your crypto bubbles, everything's green. Still not a good. Still not a good time.
No.
Everything's mostly 80% down, whatever. All that stuff going on with Celsius. It's the classic revenge.
Dude. But we were talking about this earlier. Like I think that this is the shakeout time.
Exactly, man.
These are the times when all these whack projects that everyone was talking about were whack and had all these problems.
Exactly.
Is when they get shaken out. Like
these are the flaws. Like you like Celsius is their goal was to replace banks. See, like XRP wants to work with banks. Yeah. You're never gonna shake out these billionaires, these trillionaires, these trillion-dollar corporations. Like you can't shake those motherfuckers out. You know what I mean? They could lose $10 billion and tomorrow fucking invest $20 billion and get their shit back. Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? So to try to replace them, like the CEO is all gung ho about, you know what I mean? Oh, we're gonna take banks out of business. What are you, crazy?
You're not going to do that.
It's never going to happen.
No.
XRP wants to work with banks, and that's what we talk about. We talk about adoption and interoperability.
Yes.
You need to work together. Like, you know what I mean? There's going to be more than one crypto. It's not going to be just fucking Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And just like, you're still going to have the US dollar. Like, it's not a replacement.
No. And that's and this is where these solid projects, this is where if you look at them and you do your research and you listen to people who kind of been in this space, like, yes, when Bitcoin first started, it was kind of like people were like, "Yo, this is going to change
the world.
It's going to change the way it's going to change the way we store value.
Yes.
And how we transfer value. We're going to make it more streamlined,
faster,
cheaper, everything like that, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is scalability. Obviously,
exactly.
with decentralization, what is it? What's the big three? It's like decentralization, scalability, and speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have all three. You're going to have two. Oh, no, security. I'm sorry, it was security, not speed. Yep. Security. You can't have all three. You can have two, but you can't have all three. Because you're either super decentralized and have good security, but you have no scalability. You have scalability and decentralized,
no security,
but no security.
Yeah.
Like that's just,
we get it.
So you have to kind of like
And that's the point of interoperability. Like,
Yes.
you want XRP to work with Bitcoin. You want it to work with Ethereum. You want it to
Exactly.
work with a
Yes.
couple of other altcoins. Now you're shaking out the shitty, the shitty ones that really aren't going to do any of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need real world adoption. Like, these meme coins, man, I'm sorry to say, but they're fads, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a shame.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
really
mean?
is. It really is. And what's funny to me is that people talk about NFTs like they're like they're meme coins. I'm like, dude, you have no idea what this.
It's an infancy of a software that's going to change everything about everyone, every business, everything.
How you do everything.
How you do everything. NFTs, it's just like I said, I always say, it just hit the art world. And so you're thinking, oh, you got a picture of a monkey and now you're a millionaire? No. That's just what it's into now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what it's starting off at. But imagine music,
Yeah.
music. And I'll use this example a million times, dude. How inefficient is buying a fucking home? It is the fucking dumbest fucking process you ever have to fucking go through.
You spend like 20 grand just
For
to
what? For them to fucking transfer a title?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Exactly.
Fuck you. Why am I giving you this money? You're filling out paperwork.
Exactly. That's
When
it.
I could literally have an NFT sent into a fucking wallet.
You look at how many people make money off of your just, let's say, just you and your real estate agent, right?
Yeah.
So now you have, just you and the buyer and the seller. Look at all the things in between: the agent, the broker, the title company, the people who inspect. Like, everybody makes money off of your shit. You know what I mean? And that shit's gonna stop. It's gonna go away. Yeah, maybe it's not gonna be in the next 4 or 5 years, but it's gonna be fucking soon. It's gonna be quick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And technology it moves just as fast as, like, these kids. You know what I mean? These young kids, man, they want things to be easy. They want it fast. They have no patience, and that's why these things get faster and faster. Yeah, Bitcoin, they're like, oh, that's a dinosaur, but guess what? It started off this. You know what I mean? Now look at how far it's come in 10 years.
Yeah.
Or, what is 12 years? I don't know how long it is. But it's crazy. The technology, technology moves so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like, you have to expect some of these things to get shaken out, and some of these cryptocurrencies to only last 5 or 6 years, sometimes less.
And that's the thing is like you said, like with Bitcoin's not going anywhere. Like it's 100%. It's not going anywhere.
It can't go anywhere.
It's gonna stay as almost like the gold standard of crypto. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be something that you put your money into, and it's gonna grow over time because, dude, the scarcity of it, first of all, guarantees that it's gonna. It's gonna.
Well, I'm terrible with names. What's the Bitcoin maxi? The macro investing. Michael Saylor,
Yeah.
right? He was like, you need to treat Bitcoin like if you just bought the fucking New England Patriots and you want to pass it down to your great grandchildren. You know what I mean? He was like, even if you don't have children, nieces and nephews, Bitcoin will be a legacy. So you need to go into it. If you're thinking about Bitcoin within the next 5 to 10 years, and he was like, you might as well you're just a trader.
Yeah.
Like, you're just trading these things and you're fucking guessing. But he was like, Bitcoin is something that you want to keep forever. You know what I mean? So that's our goal. You know what I mean? We want to get these altcoins so we can buy more Bitcoin and fucking, have that store of value. Then if you have $1 million worth of Bitcoin, you could borrow against it forever and you'll never fucking go broke. And that's how these fucking rich people do it, man. They don't use any of their own money.
Oh.
All their money does is make money.
Yes. And they borrow against it.
And they borrow against it.
Because
and they pay it
do
back.
they
and
realize
the
that
interest
selling that
exactly.
is worse. Like, so if they were to sell it, why would they sell their Bitcoin
No.
when they can just borrow against it and watch that Bitcoin go up at a higher rate than what you're borrowing against?
Exactly.
That's all it is, man. It's simple mathematics. Like,
And that's why that Celsius thing, they fucking decided to liquidate their shit just because supposedly Celsius didn't back up UST. They lost billions in UST, so then they tagged them and like, hey, we want our money back. And since they staked Ethereum first, you know what I mean? They staked Ether, takes forever to cash out. They can't cash it out. So then the worst thing you can do is block people from their money. And that's why it's going to go lower and lower. And that's Sasha again barking, by the way.
But and like, so along with this, along with all this, everything that's happening right now, like, because of the fucking market dropping, you have these brokerages too getting slaughtered. Like, one of the ones that we and him use, Voyager, which is like, a lot of people talk shit on it, and I understand why, but we used it because it was like what we got into early. But I also have FTX, I have KuCoin, fucking Kraken,
everything.
You name it, we got everything.
You have to.
You have to, because you have to be able to move your money around.
Move your shit, and then not everybody sells everything, and there's things you want to get into, and you just gotta. But once you do that, transaction with these exchanges, get it off.
Get it off, exactly.
Get it off. Put it on your cold wallet, and that's you're away from these fucking attacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about this company blocking your withdrawal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't have to worry about them holding a coin and not letting you sell, and you watch that coin go to zero. Like it has to be the
non-custodial wallet, by the way.
Non-custodial. It's crazy.
Yeah. So this was the big thing with. Remember back when the truckers, the Canadian truckers, had the whole thing going.
Yes.
And the Canadian government was just seizing people's assets, like freezing bank accounts and shit like that.
Exactly.
To fund like these crazy radicals who are like, hey, dude, I really don't want to get the shot. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But this was like, crypto was the answer to this because no government could touch it if it's not custodial. Exactly. And they reached out. Like Trudeau's people reached out to this one non-custodial wallet and was like, "Hey, we saw this transaction. Like we had this transaction on the blockchain saying that this is going to these people. You need to shut that down." And they're like, "We have zero access to that wallet."
Exactly.
And it's designed like this on purpose,
exactly,
so that people like you can't do this.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
You gotta get their hand out of the cookie jar.
Yes, man.
Because
stop relying on these idiots.
Exactly. And how can you, with all that money that they have access to, how can you say they're not working for themselves? You know what I mean? Like, I hate to get political, but you have these politicians that say they're insider trading without insider trading. So you'll have this congressperson say, "Hey, we're about to go to war with Ukraine in 2 weeks. So I'm going to invest in this tank company, right? Because I'm not part of that tank company, it's not considered insider trading. But this war is going to fucking happen. So how's that not?
Before the pandemic,
I'm telling you,
there's a massive sell-off of stocks.
They need term limits.
Politicians
You need term limits, and you need people that you need to scale their pay way down. But they're the ones in charge of it. So we're almost powerless, man. But this is how you take the power back, man. Yep. Keep your money, man.
And I'm not talking like political power or anything like that. You're taking your own financial stability back.
Exactly.
That's all you're doing.
Dude, I mean, look at how much your money gets taxed in that process. You get taxed on income, you get taxed on sales, you get taxed on property, you get taxed on fucking everything.
Every time you do anything with your money, you get
exactly.
taxed. Anytime. Especially in this state. Like sales tax is the most ridiculous fucking thing if you really break it down. You're being taxed to spend your money.
Exactly.
You're being taxed to earn your money and spend it.
And then they get taxed from receiving your money.
Yes.
They have their hand in fucking everything, and this takes it out, and that's why they're so we're going to regulate it. Well, you can regulate it, but you can't control it.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the biggest part of crypto, but
it's kind of funny because there's like a couple schools of thought on this, and like the reason they haven't regulated, like a lot of people think the reason they haven't regulated it is because of what's happening right now, and they think that it's just going to implode because of what's happening.
Exactly, but it's not, and it's going to take time to regulate it. So you have time to get in. I'm telling you, get in. This isn't financial advice, but get in the crypto. Get your shit. Whether it's fucking $10 of Bitcoin every week, every 2 weeks, just throw it in there, man. And now is a great time to throw it in there. Bitcoin is super cheap. I think it's going to get cheaper. It's been riding, right? It's been trading sideways for the last about a week, 2 weeks.
Yep.
But
exactly what that
dude, that shit is going to go. He says 13. Once 13,000 is in, really start accumulating. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait.
I got
money in there.
I got my little stash to the side.
Like your little bag. I think my bags of altcoins are pretty good. I have some of them that I'm gonna get a little higher. Mm-hmm. But other than that, everything's gonna go into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Mm-hmm. When Bitcoin hits, it's gonna hit 13 grand. When it hits 13 grand, that's when you're about as close to the bottom as you're gonna be able to call it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like you're not gonna be able to call the
exact
bottom. Not financial advice. You're not gonna be able to call the bottom, but that's going to be really close to the bottom. So you thinking about, I say 15 to 12, anywhere between 15 and 12 grand. Just start throwing money in there, man.
I put buy orders in.
Yeah, you told
everywhere from I went 15, 16. I'm sorry,
17,
16, 15, all the way down to 13, or all the way down to 12.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hit 12, then whatever.
Exactly.
I'll buy back at 13.
But guess what? You're DCA in.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I did it.
Do it.
I'm
And
just gonna buy it every time, so that way I don't miss anything.
yeah, you have roughly 16 months to 2 years to really, get some rock bottom prices. It might happen again. It won't go all the way down to where it's at now, because every bottom is a little higher than the last bottom. So,
and we're 100% headed towards a recession.
We're in it, dude. What do you mean we're headed towards?
I'm saying like it's like officially, like it is, like it feels like one.
It definitely.
But do you remember 2008? Like,
you're just gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "The fuck?
Yeah.
Where did my money go?"
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even like we were talking about shitty Walmart.
Oh my god, fucking mint.
The bag of apples though was $3 literally 4 months ago, 5 months ago. It's about $3, three something a bag. Now it's almost $8.
Bro.
And you're fucking, it's a bag of apples. I understand, but
our buying power is dog shit.
Exactly. That if you're not believing that your dollar's fucking, it's worth less and less and less every day, and everything's up 40%. And you're talking, we're worried about these interest rates and these little numbers that you hear on the news, but look around you, man. Gas, food, fucking anything, utilities, everything's going up.
Oh, by the way, July 3rd to the 5th.
Oh, don't buy shit.
Don't buy fucking gas.
Don't buy shit.
If you can.
If you can avoid it.
If you can avoid buying gas from July 3rd to the 5th, fill up on the 2nd, and hopefully you can get through the 5th, like they're doing a nationwide boycott.
Yeah,
everyone's trying to organize a nationwide boycott on gas.
Fuck
these people.
Try to remember, you know what I'm saying? And think about it. They made $88 billion in the first quarter. You know what I mean? While we're like, oh shit, there's a shortage. There's no shortage of fucking money for these people. That's profit. $88 billion profit.
They're fucking pieces of shit.
They suck. How much money do you fucking need? You know what I'm saying? How much money do you fucking need? How much money do you need to fucking... How many generations do you want your fucking money to last? I mean, with a couple $1 billion, you're straight.
Scumbags, man. They're just taking advantage of a fucking... They're really what they're doing is taking advantage of the fucking what's going on in Ukraine, like the war is happening.
Everything.
Like,
it's bullshit. It's not causing that kind of fucking shortage. There's no way possible, because guess what? Then it'll go down a little bit and they'll have a fucking surplus. And but oh yeah, we took it down $2, but you're still paying $4 or $3 per gas at that point.
There was a real shortage back during the what was it, the Arab embargo. Back then, it was during the 70s when literally you had a certain license plate number, like an odd number, or fucking ending on an odd number, or fucking
to buy gas on certain days.
On certain days, yeah, that was a real shortage.
Yes,
this isn't a shortage. They're just fucking inflating prices. The fuck
exactly. You can go fill up. I mean, if you got the money, you can go fill up. I mean, I still see people driving fucking Hummers and shit. And I'm like, fucking 8 miles to the gallon, and you're just throwing money away. It's not like, oh, I have it. Yeah, you have it, but you're just throwing it away.
Yeah, you need to.
You know what I mean? Because these motherfuckers, they don't care, man. They do not care. But anyway, that's enough of crypto for now. I'm sure we'll hit back of it at the
toss salad.
we're gonna toss a weed salad here. We're gonna mix greens. Is that the spring mix or the summer?
This is summer mix.
We're celebrating the summer solstice a couple days late.
Yeah, we had some. We had some. What was it, the Wookie?
We had some Wookie.
Sour triangle Wookie, some shit.
And some orange crush. You know what I mean? So we'll keep it.
Sour triangle Wookies.
We'll keep it fancy for you.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
They're roughly the same style.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get the best attributes from both.
Let's see if we can get it going. I'm trying to think of what else.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. You know, I had some a couple crazies at the bar, but nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? Like the chick that had a brain fart real quick. She had $13 in her hand. It was $12. She had $13 in her hand. She puts the 10 back in her like little money thing, and she gives me $3. And I'm like, it's $12. And she goes, yeah, take it. And I go, it's $3. You gave me $3. It's $12. And she goes, yeah, I know. What do you want, more? And I'm like, yeah. You gave me $3. And she was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. She put the 10 back in her thing. And then her boyfriend's like, you moron, you put the $10 back in your pocket. And I'm like, Jesus, this guy's getting zero ass tonight. I mean, you didn't have to do it. It was just a quick brain fart. You know what I mean? Everybody has them. I don't know. Be nice to your girl, guys, if she's nice to you.
Don't shit like that.
Not in front of people, anyway. I mean, I'm not saying abuse them in private or anything like that, but, you know.
Not cool either. Tasty.
Yeah, it came out pretty good. I like that mix.
So I went yesterday. Me and Sarah went out to this place back in Hopewell, back where I grew up.
Uh-huh.
It's called Brick Farm Tavern.
Brick Farm?
This place is fucking awesome. Anyone, if you ever get a chance to go there,
Hopewell.
it's in Hopewell. It's on Hopewell Rocky Hill Road, I think. It's called Brick Farm Tavern. It's a farm-to-table restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess. So it's an old farmhouse that they kind of like renovated and like kind of like, and the farmland too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they turned it into like this awesome farm-to-table restaurant. They have a brewery on site, a distillery on site.
Damn.
This crazy field that with like, so if you just want to, then they have the restaurant, which is in the farmhouse. It was built in like the 1800s,
Yeah.
1820s or something like that. Then they have this whole outside tent that you can get full menu out there. And then they have a whole like just like lawn area with this another bar that was in like probably like some kind of like feed house or something like that they built out into a bar.
They used to kill pigs there, and they still have the blood stains on. It's awesome.
And so they turned that into a bar. So they have like limited bar menu out there, but dude, the cocktails that they have, bro, these whoever is running their food and cocktail program is on point. They know their shit. Like,
good, man.
Creative, really cool creative stuff, and it's always changing because it's farm to table.
Yeah, it's farm to table, so you gotta go with the seasons,
Yep.
man. I'm telling you, that gives you an excuse to go there 4 times a year.
Yeah, exactly. I would have 100%. I'd go there 10 times a year, man. I can just like try it out. They do like I remember the first time we went there, there was a Negroni week, and I'm like, oh,
You gotta go.
I'm like, I'm in my glory right now.
I'm telling the best drink we've made on this podcast. This is our 10th episode, right? And the best drink is still Paper Planes for me.
Oh yeah.
It's still the best drink we've made here. I mean, yeah, we do these, classic cocktails, but that shit was something I've never had before. It was really, really good. Delicious. But that's, we want these bartenders to keep innovating. We're old. We're past our prime. We want to see what you got, kids.
Yeah. You're weird.
All right. We made just a regular passionfruit mojito, and you want to watch us making it. Take a look. this Passionfruit Mojito is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
All right. My mom, I guess, grew a couple trees in her backyard down in Puerto Rico. She's from Lajas, or she lives in Lajas. We're from Ponce, but so I made. She brought me a bunch of frozen pulp. So, Jesus, every time. So I made some juice, some fresh juice, a little bit of raw sugar because it's a little tart. You know what I mean? And she brought me a bottle of this tresclavos artisan rum from San Juan. They come in all kinds of flavor, coconut, whatever. It's 43% alcohol, 86 proof. While Scott fixes the mic.
Here we go.
I'm back. It's Puerto Rico's first agricola rum estate distillery.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna butcher it because it's a French, like I don't know how to say it, right? Agricole or whatever. Has to be made from.
Just say it with a shitty French accent.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't wanna do that.
He doesn't want to offend our French audience. I guess.
My French audience really into it.
Anybody have French ancestry? We're sorry. I didn't mean that. You know.
But yeah, agricole rum has to be made by like fresh pressed sugarcane, so it can't be made from a byproduct, a fermented byproduct instead of molasses or something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause it literally means agriculture, and it originated in Martinique, and it was kind of funny because it was out of like this like financial necessity,
Oh.
which is kind of crazy.
That's
because
pretty
of like the sugarcane like wars and shit that had, or not wars, but like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
how the markets always like they were because of what was going on in the Caribbean and
Exactly.
like the
West
uprisings
Indies,
and
yeah,
shit.
it was terrible.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's like so instead of using a byproduct like molasses and stuff like that, you can be using fresh pressed sugarcane juice that's fermented and then
and
distilled.
fruit.
And
Then they infuse it because they just add fresh fruit to it. They don't press
Yep.
it. They don't.
so
I mean,
an
you still
original
got the
one.
seeds in there, and you know what I mean. I
Yep.
strained them out for the juice, but
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
it's
solid
really,
stuff,
really
man.
good. Really good mojito. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, probably could have. So this one, I would say, is a little bit more on like the light side because of like I think we could have done more juice.
Yeah.
If you want it a little bit more like.
Would you like
sweet.
more juice?
Nah, I like mine with a little less club soda, but it's still
I'll put
pretty
some more
delicious.
juice, weaken it. You know me.
Cool.
You know me and alcohol don't get along. So Yeah, but- complicated past. No, just kidding.
Yeah, God, I need a divorce.
Me and alcohol just don't get along. I don't know. I never liked it.
I get along too well with that motherfucker.
But I like making money from it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
How was your weekend?
kind of uneventful. I don't lie. We got like we
Right.
weren't.
It was steady, but it wasn't too busy. It was.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, I had the $12 $12 drink chick. She was trying to tip me. You could tell she was trying to give me $13. She just messed up. But
We got
another one was yelling at the service bartender. Remember, I've been waiting here for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and I go, I would have left, dude. Like I didn't know what else to
Did you say
say.
an hour?
Huh?
Didn't you say an hour?
So,
Did you say
he's
an
something
hour?
ridiculous. I've been waiting 30 minutes. There's no way, number one. You know what I mean? And then he's blaming the service bartender who's serving the entire room. Like,
once.
literally. Like, he's got two waitresses just putting up drinks, and
Tickets hitting the ground.
he's just putting them out. You know what I mean? And one guy's like, I don't know what this guy's doing, but I've been here for 20 minutes. I was like, I would have left, dude.
He's working, asshole. Do you not notice?
Like-
He's standing still. Like, that's how I always said, man. Like, if someone's standing still behind a bar or like talking to each other,
Yeah, or
Yeah,
on
like
their
fucking-
phone,
yeah, on their phones,
texting,
whatever.
turned around.
yeah,
like,
I get it. I get it.
Exactly.
Like, and yeah, you do have a fucking reason to be like, all right, dude, can I get a fucking drink? But if this motherfucker is pumping drinks out,
And not looking, and he's not serving anybody else.
No.
It's not like he's serving people next to you.
No.
He's not serving anybody else. He's serving those two waitresses, and they're
Constantly.
non-stop.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because everybody was putting in work. And everybody comes in at the same time, it happens to everybody. You know what I mean? When you go into a bar lounge type place, the waitresses got bombarded, the bartenders are bombarded.
Yep.
Everybody's fucking working. You know what I mean? Give motherfuckers a break.
people just
Why are you breaking my balls?
hit it. Which one is it?
I think it's that. I'm not sure.
Why are you breaking my balls? You can't hear.
Me too. If you can't hear it, that's our beloved Luke.
Hold on, let's double check. Hold on. Let's see if it went through.
We stop it or you gotta hit it again?
Hit it
Hit it again.
Why are you breaking my balls? It works.
The answer is yes, it works. We'll figure this game out. You'll see. You know what I mean? We're having too much fun doing nothing anyway.
Wait, what happened?
That's our next recording. That's our next recording. I need a dumb signature.
Yeah, Luke. We definitely need one.
I think mine is just exactly, while Scott's telling his long, elaborate stories. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what happened when I wasn't there. This mix is pretty good. It's a weed mix. I like it. Very euphoric.
Yes.
I'm having a good time, but I haven't.
Very relaxed. Like,
I haven't smoked in a little bit, so.
We had a pretty interesting
group come in, me and Guido, like, because you know the club lets out and everybody comes over.
Yeah.
And
it's just our bar is in the center. Our bar is in the center of this place, and people just they find it by mistake.
Yeah.
Like
bars close and they all come to us.
They stumble in. We're 24 hours, so it's cool. It's funny and it's kind of a pain in the ass. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's just that they all came up and were. They were
glasses of water,
like a bachelor party or some shit.
Glasses of water and shit.
Yeah, and they're all back like mangled, and they're all trying to order. We're like, dude, like your whole group, we can't give anything to you. Like, look at you guys. What did you do?
Are you staying here? Like, can you stumble upstairs?
Yeah. And so we just kind of started handing out waters, and of course, there's the one dude. I'm cut off. Swaying back and forth
with his eyes closed.
Couldn't believe they're cut off.
Unbelievable.
Dude. Look at yourself.
Why are we surprised to see drunk people at a bar too, though? Like,
no. I'm not.
It's the number one reason to be there. But when you're trashed, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? We can't make any money without you.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of responsibility in New Jersey. So why aren't we looking out for you as well as us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you go out there and fucking hurt somebody.
This state puts way too much responsibility
on the server. There's no accountability to the customer at all.
It's amazing. Like, you could be just the biggest piece of shit, and it's still my fault. Somehow it's my fault. Like, you're a grown. I'm sorry, man. Like, you're a grown fucking person. You know what I mean? Like, why is it my responsibility to babysit you?
Yeah, and then why you get mad when you know shit like this happens? Like, don't get mad at people for cutting you off. Like, I mean, I guess you can't control it too much when you're drunk, but nobody gets nicer when they're drunk.
I've had a few people when I've cut them off. They're like,
some people accept it. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good.
Like,
you're right.
That's why we do our tips training, because we get, the boyfriend like, what are you trying to bang a dead body? Like, what are you doing? She's trashed. Help her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what scares me is when like these like
you don't know if they're just mad. Yeah, it's scary, man. It's scary. And then you have these girlfriends that go out with 6. You know what I mean? And then 5 of them leave the one. And you don't know that. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's scary. It's scary out there. Man. Yeah, loyalty. You know what I mean? Pick them up. Play drunk man. What you do is you get all your friends right before you go out. You play rock, paper, scissors or some shit. And you decide who gets to play drunk man.
Yeah.
And that person can get as wasted as they want. And you guys got to take care of them.
Yep.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody buy a round. Come on, girls.
Yeah.
Like, no, him. He's going to be separate. I'm like, all right. It's a pain in the ass for us, and it goes slower for you guys. So
learn how to buy your friends drinks.
Buy your friends some drinks.
You're going to have 3 drinks in a night, and you're out with 3 people. Holy shit.
Everybody buys a round, you know what I mean?
Yes, make
when
it
it's
easy.
when it's your friend's turn, you order the expensive shit.
3 fucking credit cards.
When it's your turn,
2 of them are declined.
You pay for the beers, you let everybody else pay for the hard shit.
Oh, what do you guys want? Beers? Cool. Hey, 3 Bud Lights.
I got this round, guys.
I got the first one.
I got the first one.
Yeah,
That's
but no,
true,
it's very simple. Either that, or man, like have all your like. If you want to pay separate, at least pay cash.
Yeah.
Run that because it's gonna and just do it all at once. It doesn't matter.
These kids don't do that shit though.
It's so amazing.
That shit's got to get faster too. Any kind of credit card transaction or fucking, I mean, in some places it's got to be faster, man. You need that fucking. You need that future movie fucking chip that goes in your fucking wrist, sure. And I have an automatic scanner in my fucking other hand, bartending, and I just fucking I take your money, put it with my money.
I had a group of young kids. They came up, ordered like ordered like I think it was like 3 or 4 drinks, and the kid wanted to use his credit card for like a certain amount of money. Right? I was like, all right, well, this is the balance. And the other kid hands me 100. He's like, can I have a change for this? I'm like, well, are you gonna pay
with it?
With it? Like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest cash. But I want change for that 100. I'm like, what? Like, I just looked at him. I stared at him like, are you neither one of you guys getting this? Like, you're gonna make me make 2 trips. Like, it's not
For the same change.
For the same exact change.
You still gotta break the 100, motherfucker.
I just gotta like. Yeah.
They don't know. They don't get that.
I'm like, so you want? He's like, no, I want the. I'm like, no. He's like, no, I need change. I'm like, I get that, but are you gonna use that change to pay for this?
It was like the fact that these kids couldn't get it. I'm like,
it's who's on first. And then by that time, if you're not that busy, you're in. You want to drag it on as long as possible. It's like, I'm gonna go with this kid until he breaks or I break. Like, fuck that. Yeah, like I had that instance one time when I worked Grave. Miller Lights were like $6, and he asked for 2 Miller Lights. I give him 2 Miller Lights. He gives me it's $12. He gives me a 10, a 5, and 2 1s. So he gave me $17. So I'm like, thanks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he goes, where's my change? And I'm like, what? And he's like, where's my change? And I was like, you gave me $17. Like, did you want like a $5 bill back or like
5 1s?
It was something like that. Like, he gave me like 7 1s. It didn't make sense. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense right now because I have weed, but I didn't know if he wanted, that in that instance, maybe he wanted a $5 bill, whatever. But he gave me something where it was enough for it with the ones that he gave me. So let's say if it was a $10 order, he gave me $13, like a $10 bill and 3 1s.
Yeah.
And then he's like, where's my change? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like that kind of shit. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, I gave you $13. And I was like, yeah, and it was 10. So you wanted your $3 back that you already had, like, in your possession? You know what I mean? And he just kept fucking arguing with me. And I'm like, dude, I'll give you back your $3. I thought it was a tip. You know what I mean? My bad. But you gave me 3 1s. Like, I don't have quarters. Like, what change did you expect? You know what I mean? And then he finally was like, oh, shit. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it. But
how do you want that?
Like you said, exactly. Like, you want dimes? You want fucking nickels? Like, it was fucking hilarious when they realized it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit. It's better. It's way better than getting mad.
Yeah.
When you realize. Because when I realize I'm an idiot, I'll tell you right away. I fucking start. I'm like, I don't even know why I did that.
I'm stupid.
2 idiots giving non-financial advice.
That's right.
Or social advice. Don't act like we act. Or don't act like we tell you to act. I mean, we'll give you some etiquette tips, but you don't have to take those to heart because it's not real. It's just, what is it? Frowned upon.
It is frowned upon.
It's a suggestion. I don't know. But
It's a very like cultivated technique that we have now. We're
can't be sarcastic anymore.
walking that line of sarcasm.
Yeah, I'm like, I catch myself sometimes. I'm like, you might be too young for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's funny when they don't catch it. It's funny when people get mad about it. I'm like, dude, why are you out?
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm not fucking serious. And why am I trying to be an asshole to you when,
In the end
I want
of the
you to
day.
be here? You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, I want
Trying to
to
get money off
entertain you. It costs money to come out. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drinks are expensive. Food's expensive. Yeah, there's a shortage of servers and whatever, you know what I mean? But when you go out, try to relax. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
have a good time.
You're out. There's no reason why anybody that we serve should be stuffy like that. Because
Yep.
we're pure entertainment. Like, there's no food at our bar. It's either to listen to music,
Yep.
talk to your people, play some poker,
Slots.
or just chill.
Yeah, fuck around.
So why aren't you fucking just chilling? Like, why are you so fucking hard up on us? You know what I mean? And I think it goes back to the last time we talked about when people get that fucking feeling of entitlement when they're going to pay for a service.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. Like we have the one lady, one of our regulars that comes in, and she's a hardcore gambler, but she really believes that she's gonna be she's gonna be winning every single time, and she gets super pissed, like cursing at the machine. I'm like, cursing at a computer?
Not only that, but it's like, man, you come to our bar. The entire bar is made of marble.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's paying for that shit? Like, I can't afford a marble bar. Like, it's fucking, the floor is marble. I think the columns are whittled out of one piece of wood. I don't know, but it's fucking. They spend money because you guys are think about a business that you give them money and they give you nothing in return.
They give you the chance to win more money.
They give you opportunity.
Opportunity, that's it.
And it's a hot commodity, man, because these motherfuckers,
fun, though.
man.
Like, it's like
it is, but that's what I'm saying. You're having
like
fun when you're out. Like, you were telling me a story because I don't really go out to bars. I'm not a drinker at all. But when you go out to restaurants, you know what I mean. You're trying to be understanding. You're having a good time. Like, I never feel like, that waiter just treated me like shit, or that waiter's, you have someone with, bad days or whatever.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever been really like a dick to me.
It's very rare. Like
it's very rare. Yeah.
I've had a few times where I was like, this dude.
And
really
even then, you talk them out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is for you. I don't know what happened.
Exactly. I mean, there's
you want to start over? Like you might, and they're like,
gonna...
and people be like, oh, it wasn't you, man. It was whatever, or no, I'm mad about something else, which is fine. You know what I mean? But most times the customers come and they're so angry for no reason. That sucks.
Well, I think that's a growing trend. Is like somehow, like. You see it in everything that's going on in the world right now. Like anytime someone doesn't like somebody, or like doesn't agree with them, or like is not treated the way
nothing
they want
else.
to think,
Nothing else about them matters, right?
Yes, and they want to go after them monetarily.
Monetarily, I don't understand.
They want to break their finances somehow.
Exactly. Like
how does that make you feel better about what just happened?
That's what I mean. Like how does you wanting to speak to a manager over something that I can't control my fault? Like management puts a 2-drink maximum on people that come into this bar by themselves, right? So I want to sell you 50 fucking drinks.
I want to sell you the entire fucking bar.
Exactly. So why are you breaking my ball? You're fucking. I'm here to serve you. Serving you makes me money. This is how I pay my bills. This is what I'm doing. So I'm definitely on your side. So when I tell you I can only give you 2 drinks, you get pissed off at me, like you're breaking my balls, and you're mad at me, like it's something in my control. Now you tell management that I'm being an asshole. Like you don't say he did the 2-drink minimum thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Now you tell them that I'm a fucking piece of shit. So now you want to go after me and get me in trouble for implementing a rule that I don't really want to implement.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with me. We're all people, man. Like you guys got to be nicer, man.
For real.
Have fun when you go out, please.
Another thing too is if a bartender is being cool to you and telling you that you're like pulling you aside and being like, "Hey man, your credit card's not going through," it means it's been declined. And I'm trying to and we're being nice about it so you don't look like a fucking chump.
Yeah.
Don't tell me to go to another fucking machine and do it again, idiot. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not the machine.
It's not the machine because everybody else's card is fucking going through.
Exactly.
Fine. Our shit goes through like that. I give it where we work. They don't play with that shit. We have pretty good technology when it comes to credit cards and shit. I mean, I think the whole credit card thing should be faster, but that's everywhere. Where our shit keeps up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And when it's your card, and like you said, when they're with people, you gotta be like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Things not going through. Like I entered it. Before I go to a customer, I run it twice, and then I enter it manually.
Yep, exactly.
And if it doesn't work that way, it's your fucking card.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Or, and that's the thing. It's most of the time. We're not saying that you're fucking broke, dude. We're saying that your bank has flagged this transaction.
Exactly. Like if you use your debit card too much in one
especially if you're not around.
You're on vacation. You're in Atlantic City and you're fucking buying this on the boardwalk. You're buying that. You're making all these purchases that you don't normally make, and then your bank is like, whoa. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're broke. It just means you don't fucking, your bank's fucking like, oh, maybe you make that text, send that text, make that phone call real quick, and get it fixed, but. If we pull you aside, I'm trying to be courteous.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always quiet about it, especially if he's with a fucking like a check or something.
Yeah, you don't want to embarrass the dude. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to make him put him on Front Street. You know what I mean? And they have this dude fucking look like a chump.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is like these dudes now make themselves look like a fucking chump.
Now
because they start yelling at you.
Yeah.
About something.
I would have ran it one more time and then told him in front of his whole group.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right. I'm like, it's not gonna make a difference, man. He's like, run it again, like that. Run it again. I'm like. I literally one time when I was working, the one kid would not let up about it being declined. He said, it's not declined, and I literally picked it. This is when I was working in the club.
Yeah.
I literally picked this computer screen up and put
Turn
it on
it
the bar.
Turn it over for him.
It's like
declined.
See that? Because that was when the computers were right there. And
yeah. Like, do you think I want to decline it?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Do you
This is
think
holding me up?
These transactions, when you walked in the bar, you saw me do like 5 fucking transactions. You think this is my first time, or you think I'm fucking up somehow?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Same thing with the rooms. How am I not on that room? I don't know, motherfucker. Your name's not on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look up your last name. No room number comes up for that. You know what I mean? You run their room, and it's some other person with a different last name. If you have the same last name, maybe. But
Yeah, it's like your husband.
you can't just charge to your room because your boy put his card up and not you.
Because then your boy's the one taking. It's like you using your boy's card.
Exactly. It's the same fucking
Can't do
thing.
either.
You know what I mean? If we're taking extra steps, it's not because we want to.
Yes.
Like, we do not want to take these extra
I don't
steps. We don't want to
right.
fucking card you for your
Nope.
credit card. But guess what? All this bullshit that's happening these days, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To protect them and protect yourself. You know what I mean? If they pay for something and then fight it, you're fucked.
Yep. I want everything to be the most streamlined way
Yes.
to end a transaction that it possibly can.
Exactly.
I want you to have your order ready. I want you to give it to me. I want to make your drinks. I want to put it down. I want you to have your money ready. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Goodbye.
And I want you to order again.
Especially when it's busy.
I want you to order again
Yes,
later.
I want you
You
to
know
come
what I'm
back
saying? I
and
want
do
you to
this
come back and do it
exact same
again. I
thing.
want you to like me. You know what I mean? Like,
This doesn't need to be a fucking marriage. And like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean-
how much stock do you have to put into a server? That's literally never going to affect you. You know what I mean? You
Ever.
probably never go to this
Yeah.
restaurant if you have a bad experience. You never go to this fucking bar if you never have an experience. You know?
and if you're worried about whether or not the fucking bartender is smiling at you while he's making your fucking drinks,
Go fuck yourself.
eat a fucking bag of dicks.
We are at work. I understand that we're out entertaining. We're friendly.
That's what I'm saying.
And-
We're
and-
indifferent sometimes. I will say that
Exactly.
because you're so fucking busy. You have a
Exactly.
million things going
Honestly,
on in
like,
your head.
I have 3 drinks in front of me that I'm pouring out. You know what I mean? I have a total in my head for these drinks. I'm going to take your order, and because I'm not fucking having a good time or looking like hey, can I get
Come
you?
and sign your shoes. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. I'm taking your order. Like, why do I have to fucking all of a sudden sing and dance?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Just get your shit. It's busy. Let's go.
Weird thing.
And what I'm saying is, like, what we want to do would benefit everyone. So why isn't everyone on board? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean?
I don't know if this bothers. I don't know why this bothers me so much. I hate when people ask me what my name is. I don't know why. Especially when it's like I'm just fucking coming up to the person for the first time. Like, how you doing? Can I get you?
What's your name?
What's your name? And you're like,
Scott.
the fuck does that matter? What do you want to drink?
I hate it because I know they're gonna be like, well,
Yes.
every time somebody joins their fucking group.
And that's what I'm saying. The people
We're
who,
never gonna see them again. But that day, where they're fucking lackeys.
or if they need more shit, they're just gonna start screaming your name out rather than
Exactly.
just waiting. And,
Exactly.
Like,
You know what I mean? Oh, now we're friends. I know
Yeah.
the bartender's name. I don't know your name, and I never asked them for theirs. Is that
Ever.
rude?
I've never asked for anyone's name. So ever.
I know.
If they give it to me, they give it to me.
I forget your name first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember faces. I remember drinks sometimes, like drinks with faces. You know what I mean? And that's as far as I go. Like, I know we have some bartenders. I mean, we have some customers that we are friends with, and
Yeah.
you know, we're here all the time at locals or whatever. And of course, we have our really good people that come in and out. Regulars that are there all the time, and we're cool with. You know what I mean? But I totally forgot where I was going with the point because I'm fucking high.
Take another hit. Their name.
But yeah, you know what? You don't want to give your name. Like, we're not gonna be friends. You know what I mean? And that's why it sucks, because it's for something like that. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna be
But
fucking yelling your
what I
name.
will say too is that like there are
Most
some
times I
people-
forget, but
there are some people who aren't like that who will be like, okay, and like, oh, thank you, Scott, appreciate it. Like, just to know your name, maybe like, yeah. So it is that.
Yeah.
Like, there is that, but for whatever reason, I mean, we're wearing name tags anyway, so it's like, dude, just fucking read my name tag, bro.
they can't read mine. I feel like mine is the most. It sounds exactly how it sounds. Like, people are like, Wilberto. Like, it's so exotic. It's like, yeah, it's Wilberto. Like, it's not.
It's me, your daddy. Roberto.
Roberto, it is my daddy. That is my dad's name. That's what's funny. Roberto. But, it's like people can't read out. What is that? Wilberto. I'm like, yeah, you think it's that exotic? It's Wilberto. Wilberto.
I'll never forget the time when we were first working together like years ago, like day shift, and one of the cocktail waitresses got like mad at me because she was asking for a wine that we didn't have.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, we don't have that. And she's like, yes, we do. She's like, I just got it here. I'm like, we don't have that style of wine. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we never have.
Yeah.
We never will. And she's like, get Wilbur. I was like, who? I'm like, Will. And I was like, oh, motherfucker, Wilbur. You know, exactly. I won't say.
you'll know exactly what I'm talking about once I I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
I don't
we
wanna-
can't name
I'm trying to throw people under
names.
the bus, but it was just the funniest fucking thing.
Remember the one dude that owned he used to always call me Wilfredo, but I don't care when people call me Wilfredo because basically they read the WIL and they just say Wilfredo. I get it all the time and it doesn't bother me, right? But this customer used to come in all the time late, like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was always me and Luke. And he called me, he was like, Wilfredo! And then he would say, and this is why this is so funny to me, because in Spanish, when you translate it, it becomes a third person, right? So he says, Wilfredo, te quiero mucho. I mean, te quiere. He would say, te quiere mucho. You're supposed to say, te quiero mucho, like, I love you. But he was like he loves you. Like, it's like Scott, Will loves you. And it used to just make me fucking laugh. And then when I told Luke about the translation, he used to laugh all the fucking time. And they used to be like, Wilfredo. It was so funny. I missed that dude. He moved to Vegas. But yeah, it turns it into like, like you're talking about, you're just like, Will's talking on this podcast. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking to my.
I never understood. That was my
te quiero mucho.
Like in Spanish, that was always like my biggest like fuck
That's
up. Like,
the hardest part.
The hardest thing to fucking kind of like.
Feminine, masculine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Super weird, man. You know.
Like that. But that little, te quiero mucho means I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Te quiere mucho means like I'm
He
saying.
loves you?
Like Will loves you. Like
Will loves you.
You're speaking in the first person. And it just makes me laugh. The translation, it's such an easy fuck up, and it's such a like normal fuck up
Yeah.
for somebody that doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But it would fucking make me laugh every time. And Luke's like, that guy doesn't even know your real name, and you fucking love him. I was like, dude, as long as he says that every time, I don't give a shit. It makes me fucking laugh. You're coming all the time, Fredo, Fredo. And whenever he needed a drink, you know what I mean? Fredo.
Go Fredo.
It's so funny. I forget that dude's name, but I don't even want to mention him. Luke knows him. Luke remembers everybody.
Dude, he's crazy with the names.
He knows everything. He was like, oh, this guy, I served him 5 years ago. His name's such and such. He works here, lives there.
Mm-hmm.
Comes every 4 years. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I forgot people I served
He
yesterday.
has good
Served people.
cognition.
Very good.
I don't.
Very good. So, that's it.
Yeah, I think
Get into
we got-
crypto without financial advice from us.
Yeah.
Do your own research.
Just read about it, man. Like, just understand what you're doing. Listen to the different podcasts. Listen to what was it? Crypto Casey, Coin Bureau, Michael Saylor, Savvy Finance, Raul Paul. Like these guys, they really know what they're talking about.
It's what they do, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're,
Just understand the world.
we can only learn so much.
There's,
You know what I mean? But
there's
that's
so
their
much I
job
know.
is to, you know
Yes.
what I mean, learn all this shit. Like Coin Bureau, man,
That guy
dude,
is
he lives,
crazy.
breathes
Yep.
this fucking, industry, man. He knows everything. He understands all the technology, explains it so well.
Yep.
He's
He knows
number
it.
one cryptocurrency channel, right, on
I
YouTube.
think so.
And
It's well produced too.
dude, now
I
he's
mean,
starting. He's doing a podcast, right?
Well,
It's called the Coin Bureau podcast, but it's not him, or I've never seen
Well,
it.
his the Coin Bureau, like it was always on Spotify, so his episodes are always on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have
Video,
obviously, I don't think there's a visual.
visual,
You know, but sometimes like I watch him on YouTube and listen. And I actually just like put the YouTube on in my
yeah,
car.
yeah, because all he does is just stand in front of a,
Yeah.
he explains everything. It's not like you gotta
Yeah.
watch him, but you don't gotta watch him.
I think about it, so the way I do it is I listen to like I have a 45-minute ride to work, or if I have to go whatever, the chiropractor, whatever it may
Any
be. I mean,
downtime you have.
Any downtime I have. Instead of listening to music in the car all the time, I'll pop that on and listen to that. And
And
understand
sometimes
what's
you don't
going
feel
on.
like it. Sometimes I don't
Yeah,
feel like
so-
people listen to people talking. So
Yeah,
it's fucking
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
switch it back and forth. And
I
see
try to keep up with those core people
Mhm.
as much as they put out. Try to listen to them. Like I'm big on Moon Lambo because I'm big on XRP. So
Yep.
Moon Lambo just studies facts of the case. He breaks down the FUD that you hear about XRP, the non-believers. He talks about he owns Bitcoin. He's not a big Bitcoin maxi,
Yeah.
but he hates how Bitcoin maxis shit on altcoins. And when, like you said, the technology is moving really fast, so you're gonna have more than one
I
of
just
these
don't
things
understand like
functioning. You know what I mean? I don't
the
understand what it matters to you. Bitcoin leads the way anyway.
Yeah.
So why do you have to shit on fucking altcoins? They go to zero. Obviously, you're not on fucking you're not invested anyway.
yeah.
Why do you have to shit on it?
I'm just confused though, like it, especially with Michael Saylor, right? This guy is much smarter than me, without a doubt. But it confuses me why he is so against all. I mean, he thinks that pretty much all the other coins are securities.
Exactly.
Almost all of them are
Yeah.
securities or unregistered securities. and I understand where he's coming from with that.
Exactly.
But a lot of these are so much more efficient than Bitcoin. So what, once they do become regulated, and he calls for regulation, like that's what he wants. He wants regulation in the market. Because I think that'll build the market for sure. But it's weird that he's so, just like anti altcoin.
Yeah. Like his thing was, he's like, you want my advice? Sell all your altcoins and buy Bitcoin. It's like literally he said to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he gives legal advice. I don't know much of his background. I mean, I know he controls a lot of fucking money, but
He's a hedge fund
it's
manager.
not my financial advice. Yeah, exactly. And he's up fucking thousands of percentages, even though Bitcoin's fucking low. Like, these guys know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? But I think there's going to be more than one. There has to be. You have to have interoperability.
Yes. And like a lot of them are solving different problems. Like that's the whole point.
The utility, man. That's why they say that next bull run will be utility, and we are heavy on utility coins.
Look them up.
Get them. XRP, Quant,
XDC,
XDC,
which I can't fucking find anywhere.
Link, right? Link is
Chainlink, yeah.
Going up. I don't know which ones of the metaverse they're gonna. I don't even know if they're gonna come back.
They're like all like
Got a
Decentraland,
couple of them.
and
Decentraland,
Sandbox, all that shit.
Sandbox, Engine, some of the gamer coins. But do your research, man. Read those white papers, man. I mean, a lot of them have the sound that you don't even have to read them. You can listen to the white paper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's
on their
read to
fucking
you.
websites. It gets read to you, man.
I like
And
that shit, man.
Just
Read
listen to that shit
to me like I'm a baby.
Exactly. Explain that shit.
Rockabye.
Let me know what you were about. And who knows? Who knows what'll solve what? You know what I mean? Maybe when you have NFT interoperability, where you can fucking have different promoters have these companies and their coins interoperate.
Do you hear that there was some kid who started making dolls, like NFT dolls? So like if he reached out to like the Bored Ape Yacht Club and reached out to the member, like whoever owned shit. He was like, yo, if you want, I'll make you a doll of your NFT. So you have like a physical kind of like NFT doll. Like it comes with like if you're the one who owns it.
It's like an action figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And kid made like $700,000
Jesus.
just reaching out to them. He reached out to every single one
Just
of them.
say hi.
5% of them got back,
Look at that.
and that was it. He made $700,000 because all these people. Like this kid, he thought of a he saw a market that was
Saw an opportunity.
in a bunch of in a club of people who all have
And
a lot
sometimes
of money.
all you got to do is ask.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Store
You
it up.
never fucking know. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, you
Know what
never
it's gonna
know. I have zero talent, so I'll never do anything like that. But, as you know, Scotty Balls make these leather products, and some of the
make
shit he does is
leather NFTs.
Well, so, there you go. You never.
Fuck
remember
it.
we
You want
tried
an
that
NFT?
shit?
You got an NFT? You want fucking made out of leather?
There you go.
Holler at me.
That's it, man. You can get
I'll make
fucking
$700,000.
make money out of anything. You know what I mean? People do shit like.
Truth.
What are the girls doing now? They're selling their they'll work out and sell their socks to
Oh
crazy
my
dudes.
God.
Like, come on, man. Like, how crazy of a way to get paid? Where you work out in socks? You fucking send them to people.
Remember Orange is the New Black? When they were all selling their prison panties? Like, dude.
You
People
can
like
do
some-
anything, and
People
there's
like some nasty shit
that's what I'm
sometimes.
saying. What is this? Niches make riches.
Yes. Niches.
Niches make riches.
Niches.
But like you said, all you did was ask, man. They could have said no, and he would be in the same place he was. You know,
Exactly.
some people don't take that fucking leap. But when you have a talent, man, all you need is, like you said, that opportunity, and you can fucking do anything.
Good idea.
It is a good idea. I would love to have it. Yeah, why not? Oh, that's my NFT. You know what I mean? Right now, it's art. That's where it's at anyway.
Yep.
Fuck it. Do it. You know what I
It's-
mean? If those people that have the NFTs would make like a fucking post or whatever, you know what I mean? A lot of them are celebrities anyway.
Yeah.
Make a post about that fucking dude's art shit. That dude won't be able to keep up.
Snoop Dogg and Eminem just did they
The
did a video.
Classic hip hop ones.
Yeah, so they whatever. Both of them own like their, and I think it's NFTs of themselves.
Uh huh.
And they did a video for the song. It's like D to the LBC,
Mm-hmm.
and they used their animated NFT in the video. Like it's them, in the video.
Oh, see?
Yeah,
That's the shit, man. You didn't have to show up for the fucking video. Like, you just let your NFT make the video.
exactly. Probably, yeah.
That's what I didn't
some
even know
CGI
that,
guy
but I know
probably.
there's a company that dropped like NFTs of like DMX and fucking all these legends and shit, and it's in everything. You know, it infiltrated art, like you said. Now it's music, any form of art. I think.
Wonder
You
how
could
that
do
works though.
NFTs.
With say you're like an NFT developer, right?
Let's say you turn your brand into an NFT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you turn Scotty Balls Leather into an NFT. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Now you can license that out any way you want. You know what I'm saying?
Like franchise it kind of.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's fucking. There's so much you could do with it, dude. It's just so early, and people are shitting on it because it's just art.
People
But
who shit on anything in this world.
you know you're onto something when somebody shits on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody
Because
shit on our
it's-
podcast yet, so we're probably fucking wasting our time. But
Please come shit on me.
I believe Scott can do better. But you know, like when somebody shits on it, you know you're onto something because you're bothering somebody with shit that could potentially be no joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if somebody had, like I said, like fucking selling socks, selling sweaty socks, like you're like fuck you because
Yeah.
it's a fucking.
So
they're
dumb.
probably making millions of dollars just to work out. It's crazy to me the shit that people come up with, but you know.
Fucking weird.
You fucking. I mean, I saw a TikTok the other day where apparently a dude has like an OnlyFans page, and he like breaks into his dad's office, and he's like, "Dad," and he's like, "What?" And there's fucking balloons and shit. He's like, "You're fucking officially retired," and he's like, "What?" He turns around in his like chair. He's in like his cubicle. He's like, "My dick just retired you. Get up!" He's like, "Get up!" Like you don't have to work anymore. Like that was. I don't know what he does, but. That shit's fucking hilarious. I don't know if he does porn or whatever the fuck it is, but he made so much money on OnlyFans that he retired his fucking dad.
That's awesome.
But he even made it funny. But he's like, "My dick just retired you. Get up!" It's like, get up out of your chair. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not working anymore. And his dad doesn't look that old. His dad looks like maybe he's in his late 40s, 50s. I'm like, dude,
At least he was a boy that said that.
that shit's
all I'm
huh?
gonna
Oh yeah,
Boy that said that.
yeah. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that from your dog.
Daughter coming in and saying that shit.
Christ.
Everybody dies that day.
Leave it to Scott to fuck up a joke. He's like, let me make you hate this.
Everyone's gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Oh man. All right. Well, that's it. Let's wrap
Wrap it
up
up.
this episode 10.
Yeah,
I'm really fucking high from our fucking spring mix.
it's good.
You know, we'll come back with episode 11 after the 4th of July weekend, after the holiday, and you know, maybe we'll have somebody to. You gotta open it. There you go. Open the. Maybe we'll have a guest on. We're trying to get a couple of our peeps. We'll work around the city. Maybe somebody from one of the beach bars.
Yeah, I had a few people.
Yeah, we had a couple people inquire, so
We'll get something.
we'll get somebody on, make you laugh. We'll make a couple more laugh tracks for you. We need me saying exactly real monotone, and we need you to say what was yours.
Wait, what happened?
We need those on Access, all right? So yeah, everybody, enjoy your holiday, stay safe, and we'll see you next
Do
time.
anything stupid. Later.
Deuces.